Joining me now to start us off is Democratic Congressman Khanna of California. Thanks for joining us this weekend as voting is underway in many parts of the country. As we both know, there's no such thing as an off year when it comes to elections. So let's start with the most important ballot issue in your state, Proposition 50, which would allow Democratic leaders to move forward with redistricting plans to counter what Republicans are doing in states like Texas. Polling suggests a majority of voters support the measure, and nearly 6 million Californians have already cast their ballots, according to the Secretary of State. How are you feeling about the Prop 50's chances, Congressman?
Yes on 50 is going to win, but I want every person to vote because I want a decisive win that sends a message across this country. And that message is that while they're trying to gut voting rights, while they're trying to eliminate people like Emanuel Cleaver's district, even going after Jim Clyburn's district, going after districts of the Black South and Black and brown districts around the country, we are not going to be silent. We are going to fight back. We're going to win. And what we do in California can be done in other states.
Now, elsewhere in the country, your fellow progressives are feeling good about Zohran Mamdani, favored to be the next mayor of New York. I hosted Zohran at the House of Justice of National Action Network in Harlem just this morning. Former President Obama was out this afternoon campaigning for Abigail Spanberger in Virginia, and later he'll be appearing for Mikey Sherrill in New Jersey. Take a listen. Obama just hours ago in Norfolk.
I am worried about how quickly basic democratic rules and norms have been weakened. I'm worried about how willing Republicans in Congress have been to surrender their role as members of a co-equal branch of government, refusing to buck the president even when they know he's out of line, even when a lot of them will privately admit that power is being abused in ways that will hurt their constituents and hurt the country.
How are you feeling about the Democratic field as a whole this year?
Well, the president is absolutely right. What we've seen is just cowardice among Republican members of Congress who know that Donald Trump is about to start an illegal war in Venezuela. They oppose it, and yet they're not willing to speak up. Who want SNAP benefits extended, yet they're not willing to speak up. But I was just at a rally for Zohran this afternoon. Let me tell you, he's grateful to you, Reverend Sharpton, for what you did this morning, and he's going to win big. He is exciting people. I have campaigned for Abigail Spanberger in Pennington Gap, Virginia, and I've campaigned for Mikey Sherrill. They're both going to win. And when we have wins, when Prop 50 passes in California, when Zohran wins with his huge energized turnout, when Abigail wins, when Mikey wins, we're going to see a re-emergent Democratic Party on the march to take back the House and Senate in 2026.
And I might add, National Action Network doesn't endorse candidates. We invite them all. But Zohran's the one that keeps showing up. But while this election is going on, we are in the 31st day of the government shutdown with no end in sight. We mentioned the court decision that saves federal food assistance for now, but government employees are lining up at food banks without pay, and Obamacare premiums are skyrocketing. President Trump, meanwhile, is showing off the renovations he's making to the White House bathrooms. I won't ask you whether Trump's behavior is callous, because that answer is obvious. Instead, I'll just ask, do you agree that white stationary marble more accurately captures the spirit of the Lincoln bathroom as the president has claimed?
Absolutely not. You know what is sad? I mean, they had a Gatsby party at the White House last night, and today 16 million kids in America are going hungry. In my district, Silicon Valley, NVIDIA says they're over $5 trillion in market cap. We've got 5 companies over $1 trillion. Never happened before. And we don't have the decency and morality to feed America's children. And you know what's sad, Reverend Sharpton? Mike Johnson could open up the Congress tomorrow, and all the Democrats would vote for a Republican Josh Hawley's bill to extend SNAP benefits. This could be solved tomorrow. He has shut down Congress for 5 weeks, and he's not allowing a vote to feed America's children, to pay federal workers, to pay our troops.
Talking about Speaker Johnson, Speaker Mike Johnson has already adjourned the House for next week, not only dodging any solution to the shutdown, but also standing in the way of progress into the congressional investigation into government handling of the Jeffrey Epstein case. Your colleague from Arizona, Congresswoman Adelita Geralva, still hasn't been sworn in. She said she'll vote to release the Epstein files. How long can Trump and his Republican loyalists stonewall on this, Congressman?
Reverend Sharpton, it is outrageous. Representative Grijalva was elected almost 5 weeks ago. This is the longest time in history that a representative who has won has not been sworn in. And it's simply because Thomas Massie, a Republican in Kentucky, and I, about 6 weeks ago, led a petition to have the full release of the Epstein files, to hold accountable the powerful men who raped underage girls in this country. And now we have reporting that Jeffrey Epstein was responsible for millions of dollars of financial crimes. And we want to know who was paying him. And they are protecting the Epstein and the rich and powerful men around him, so much so that they're not swearing in Adelita Grijalva, because they know the day Adelita Grijalva is sworn in, Thomas Massie and my bill will get a vote in the Congress, and there will be a release of the Epstein files. They are starving America's kids to protect the people who abused young women.
And Grijalva has said that she will vote in that way, so they know where that vote goes. But before I let you go, Congressman, you proposed a resolution that would ban President Trump, congressional lawmakers, and their families from trading cryptocurrencies. Can you talk about why you think such a rule is needed?
There's open corruption of millions of dollars. Trump just pardoned Zhao. Zhao was convicted of a federal crime for having money go to Hamas and Iran. He spent 4 months in prison. And now Zhao is allowing the purchase of Trump's cryptocurrency. He's basically providing the financing of it, and Trump's children are making millions of dollars on world liberty. We have to ban the president, his family, members of Congress from trading or selling crypto or accepting foreign money. I'm for banning stock trading, but this makes stock trading seem insignificant. This is on 100-order magnitude of corruption, and they're doing it right in front of the American public. I mean, I think Trump just thinks it's owed to him that he can make as much money as he wants.
All right. Thank you for being with us tonight, Congressman.